All right, so we're recording. Okay. First of all, let me just put everybody on mute just so everything comes across clearly. Okay, just bear with me. I'm struggling with the cold a little bit. I'm always with my granddaughter and she always has some new sickness and I always kind of get it, but it's what it is. All right, so we first of all want to welcome you guys to the class. Thank you guys for coming. So obviously, if you're here, you're interested in pursuing maybe Young Living as a business or maybe getting your oils paid for. So tonight is a very basic Young Living Business 101 class, okay? What do you need to do to get started? But first, you may know our stories. Me and Chris, how we got involved with the oils, we fell in love and it solved X, Y, and Z problem, and that's it, we love oils. But maybe you don't know our backstory as to how we started this as a business and how we got our oils paid for. So I'm actually going to do a little interview. We're going to interview Chris. So Chris, my question is to you is, you got your oils, you were benefiting from them. How did you get going as a business with Young Living?
Well, I never meant for Young Living to be a business at all. But what I did do is, well, Javen actually fell in love with Ningxia Red. So being that we were volunteers and having no income, we needed to be able to buy the Ningxia Red. So I just started talking to my friends. I taught a few classes in the beginning for the short time we were here. I wanted to teach. I wanted to teach the classes because I really love the product. So I shared it with my friends and I just kept sharing it with my friends. And where it really became an income to be able to ditch and switch. Once we came back from Africa, I wanted to ditch all the toxins and be able to get good product into the home because I know with my husband's condition, he can't have the toxic chemicals around him. So this was going to take some work, I thought, but it was really quite easy for me because here we were on Zoom already. And I have friends all over the place. And I just asked my friends, can you have a class for me on Zoom? And so many of them said yes. And they had their friends come on. And once people got the product in their hands, they absolutely fell in love with it. And for me, that's basically what Young Living has done. It's just exploded. I became a silver in June of 2020, and it just kind of kept going. So now we were able not only to get all the product we needed, each month we get our laundry detergent, all of our cleaning supplies, all of my makeup, all of my supplements, almost everything we use in this house that's not like stationary, or even some of my food is from Young Living. I just got the einkorn flour. We get the granola, einkorn granola. We have our Ningxia Red. We have nitro for energy, plus all of our oils. The oils are like the last thing now that we get. But this has been able to get all this product in, get it all paid for because we wouldn't have an ability to buy it otherwise, and also have extra money so that we can go to the store and buy blueberries, strawberries, and all the fun, expensive fruits and vegetables that we want.
Oh, thank you. So, okay, by a show of nod of heads, does that sound doable, what Chris said? Or does that sound like that's so hard? Does that sound doable to what you guys just heard what Chris said? Hey, girlfriend, can you do a Zoom class for me? Does that sound like, oh, that's just too hard? That's what Chris did, and that's how she started her business. So Chris, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, Erica. So I know how you got started, but I would love you to tell everyone else because you're my shining star on my team. So tell us how you got started with Young Living.
Okay, so as you guys know, so Chris is my direct upline. She came to my house, she stayed with me, I fell in love with the oils. You guys know that part. But what you didn't know was like Chris, I had no intention of turning this into a business. In fact, I'm sure you guys all know Donna Cook. She is Chris's direct upline. Donna bought Chris her kit. So Donna called me and she said, hey, I'm here to help you with your oils, da 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 da. And she just asked me, she goes, are you gonna do this as a business? And I was like, no, because I'm thinking in my brain, I'm like, I don't run after people and make a fool of myself. I don't beg my friends to buy oils. That's what I envisioned, right? I thought I had to be a crazy person. So I was like, no way. The next day, I'm with friends and I'm like, you got to try this. And I'm rubbing stuff on people and I'm just telling them I'm getting amazing results. I'm just sharing what I Now, when I love something, I'll tell people, oh, you're gonna get those shoes, you're gonna get those cookies. Like that's how I am. I'm always like that. So I did the same thing with the oils. And all of a sudden, like a week or two later, everyone's like, well, how do we get it? I'm like, oh, I okay. I was confused. I'm like, oh, you want it too, you know? And then I had a few friends that kept saying, you know, all this stuff, you should teach a class. And I'm like, oh no, I don't know it. I can't teach a class. I don't know anything. I thought you had to know everything and be a scientist to teach a class. Well, I'm not a scientist. And then a week later, the friend brought another friend to ask me again, like, can you teach a class? Like, we'll do a big class. And I'm like, in a moment of weakness, I said, okay. And the minute I said, I'm like, what did I just agree to? I was like, oh no. Because again, I'm like, I don't sell anything. I'm not crazy, right? So anyways, I come home and I tell my husband and I'm like, what do you think? Like, should I do this? And he's like, you're already doing it. Like you're already putting oils and telling people and you're already doing it, you know? So that was it. It just went from there. The first month I started teaching a class, I actually didn't realize I was in a contest and I actually came in second place and I won this gorgeous like $400 diffuser. And because I signed up like, I don't know, 8 people or something like that. And then the next month, like the same thing happened. It just kind of kept happening. And then Donna and Claudio like, whoa, she's on fire. Let's go visit her up in Rhode Island. And we did like, I think 3 or 4. I had like all these classes lined up for them. It was just so funny. That was it. I became executive really fast. I dropped back down, but I continued to work. We're going to talk about that, what's involved in working. And I'm still an executive. Okay, so again, from my story, does that sound relatable to you guys? Are you guys like, yeah, I don't want to be that creepy person that chases down my friends? Well, I'm not that person either. That's not what it is to do a Young Living business. So I'm going to share with you guys 3 very, very basic tips if you want to start sharing with Young Living. Okay, the first is you have to love the product, right? You guys can nod or not nod. Does anyone you guys have a passion product with Young Living? Is there a product from Young Living that has changed your life or you absolutely love, you can't do without? Does anyone have a passion product? You can say no if you don't. I'm like, oh, no, yeah. Because if it's no, it's going to be very difficult to sell a product that you don't love. So what I suggest, if the answer is no, if there's no passion product, continue to come to classes, do your research, and use your oils because you're gonna find one. Trust me, you're gonna find that product that is like rocking your world and you're not gonna have to shut up about. That is number 1. You have to love, love, love the product, okay? That bounces us into number 2, which is what I did. You start to share. You share, share, share. And again, don't we naturally do that when we love something? Have you guys ever gone to like a new restaurant and had like the best meal? Do you keep it a secret? Don't you tell like 50 people to go to that restaurant? Don't they all go and probably spend like $5,000? Does the restaurant give you any money for your marketing? Because guess what? That's marketing. You're marketing. And you got them all to go to that restaurant and the restaurant doesn't give you anything for your hard work. But Young Living will. So that's marketing. Marketing is just telling people about a product that you love and how you use it. That's it. It's not making them do anything. You're not forcing them. You're not coercing them. You're not guilting them into it. You're not shaming them. You're just saying, I love this. I can't live. Hang on, come here. Try this. Try this. Tell me if you really like it. That's it. That is marketing. You are just sharing and telling family, friends, neighbors why you like a product. Simple, right? So first you have to love the product, and then you open your mouth and you just share the product. Okay, so remember your membership number, that is your referral code. So for friends like, I want to get started, you show them how to get on the website and you make sure they type in your member numbers as the enroller and as the sponsor. Okay, so think about this. Are there people in your life, family, like your loved ones that could benefit from these products? Well, don't keep it a secret, right? Someone said that one time, they were afraid to tell somebody. I don't want to tell them. And they found out about the product. They're like, you don't love me. And they were like, what are you talking about? You mustn't love me. Why didn't you tell me about these products that are doing so good for you? So the girl looked at it all wrong. So when you share a product, you're not making them buy something. You're not making them do something. You're just telling them that you love. This is why I'm sleeping better. This is why my immune system is strong. This is why my lungs are happy. Who doesn't need this information? Especially right now, right? Do you have friends that say, hey, I'm stressed? Do you have a product for that, right? Do you have friends that say, boy, I have an upset stomach. Every meal I eat, are there products for that? So that's what I love with Young Living. There is a product out there for everybody. We're not just confined to one thing. We don't just sell makeup. That's it. Oh, this is my group of people. That's all I have. No, we sell everything. Makeup, supplements, cleaning products, baby products, kid products. I mean, there's something for everybody. And that's what I love with Young Living. You're not just pigeonholed. These are my people. That's it. No, everyone is. Everyone needs energy. Everyone needs a good night's sleep. Everyone needs a strong immune system. So just share what works for you and people can make their own decisions. Okay, next, once you get people like your friends and family, and they're like, I love that you get them going with their oils or a starter bundle. We said we have those starter bundles still. You want to continue to educate them. So that was the biggest mistake that I made when I started my business. I didn't know you were supposed to do that. I thought once they got their oils, they're all set, right? I didn't know. I thought they would educate themselves because that's what I did. I'm really big on doing research. I wanted to know why the oils are working. I wanted to know the constituent's name. And I thought crazily that everyone was like me. Everyone's not like you. So you have to help them. So it's really just good customer service. You can't just you can't sell your friend a $165 kit and just ditch them. It's really not even kind to do that. So think of it as like a kindness. You're helping them to continue on a wellness journey. So the saying is, the fortune is in the follow-up. So when someone gets an oil from you or any oily product, call them. Hey girl, did you get it yet? Did you get your box? Did you get your lavender? Because you want them to open it up and just smell that magic. Put some in your hands, take a deep breath, put it in your diffuser, help them. How many times I've met people that are like, oh, I didn't even open the box yet. I'm like, what? Open the box. So I try to call them. Hey, did you get your oils yet? Okay, this is what I want you to do. Come on Zoom. I help them set up the diffuser, put the water in. I get them going with it. So that's part of their continued education. Also, tell them that they are part of a team, right? Every Friday, we have classes with all different topics. So that takes the stress off of you being the sole teacher. They're going to come to you with every question. You're like, I don't know the answers. You don't have to know the answers. Invite them to these classes. Then they know they have a team. They have a whole team that's going to support them on their oil journey. Because the worst thing for people, think about it. When you get started in something, you want to make sure you have someone that's going to hold your hand right through the process. If they don't have that confidence, like, I don't know, I don't want to spend this money and then no one's going to help me. So let them know that you're part of this team and you invite them to classes. Make sure you're here at the classes too, because they don't want to show up and they're not going to see their friend. They're going to pop right back out. So let them know every single Friday and one Monday a month. And I think Chris does one Saturday a month. We have so much education, so many classes, again, which makes it easy on you to educate your people. Okay, so the 3 points again: love, find your passion product, love it, talk about it, don't keep it a secret, tell everybody. And then third, continue to educate the ones who get those starter bundles or get started with oils with you guys. All right, does anyone have any questions for me before I turn it over to Chris? I guess I was very clear. Okay.
I think
so
Mary Lee does. She's saying something.
Oh, are you? Sorry.
I said you did a good job.
Oh, thank you. All right, so now I'll turn it over to Chris.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'm going to tell you how to get things for free, because like I told you, that's what I needed. I could not keep up with Young Living if I had to put out money each month. So now the business plan has changed a little bit, but first of all, if you all were in Young Living a while ago, you might have been grandfathered in as a business builder. If not, you have to buy a kit. And I think it's about $37, $35 for this kit. $30, 30, is it 30? Anyway, that kit you need. And what it does is something I never had. I mean, I accumulated these things through time, but what that kit does is it gives you so much information about how to build a business that you will not be left in the dark. Like, you have our ideas, you might have your ideas, and you can go on YouTube. I'm going to tell you, some people, if you're thinking about doing this as a business, what I did, I was by myself over there in Africa. I was coming home for vacation and wanted to teach some classes, had no idea what I was doing. But I really, really loved Hannah Cruz. She's someone you could search and watch some of her videos. Jen O'Sullivan for knowledge. You want to know about products? Jen O'Sullivan is really, really a beautiful teacher. And Sarah Harnish. She has books. She has all kinds of information that you can buy, which I never did. I just watched her free videos. So if you're thinking of wanting to step up and do this as a business, just Google things. All this information is out there for free. So I watched all these videos on YouTube and came up with my own ideas of what I wanted to do. So that's an idea for you right there. But if you decide that you want to get your product for free, once you bought the little kit and now you're a business builder, if you're not already there, then what you need to do is, like Erica was saying, I wrote those same words down: share, share, share. And what's really beautiful about Young Living now, different than when we started, is your friends don't have to start, and they actually don't even want you to go for this goal with a $165 kit. When we started, when we were teaching, even in 2020, when I started building my business, when we came back from Africa, that to get started, you had to buy this $165 kit. So maybe somebody's on one of your Zoom classes and we're there with you, helping you teach the Zoom class, that they don't have $165, but they really want a lavender. Well, now that you can start that way, or say they want to buy a supplement to start with, or a cleaner and a supplement, they want to switch out what they're getting. They can start with anything they want. And really, Young Living is encouraging us this because they want people to taste the products. They know the products are so beautiful. If someone's interested in makeup, supplements, oils, diffusers, whatever they're interested in, they can start that way. So now for you to get to a point where your product is free, you do have to order 100 PV, which is about $100 a month. So that you have to order to get a commission check. But once you do that, you want to do that for sure in the months that you're sharing your product with your friends. Your friends are opening up their own accounts and they're purchasing product, because all you need for your first 3 months are a few friends buying, I'm saying 400. Am I correct about that? 400, 500. Now I'm confusing myself.
Sorry, what was your question to me, Chris?
I'm saying 400, but I'm downing. Is that exactly right?
To reach what
Dollar
rate?
to get $100 commission.
Yeah.
It's just 400. It's shocking myself. I'm thinking it has to be 500, but no, because
Because you earn 25% your first 3 months. So yes.
imagine that if you just have 4 friends who buy $100 in Young Living product, your product that month is free, because Young Living is going to send you a commission of $100. So you have the first 3 months, any of your friends have new accounts, you will be getting a commission of 25% of everything that they purchase, 25%. And like Erica was saying before, that is the reason you want to educate them, because you want to get the products to them and you don't want to just, like sell stuff to your friends. No, what you want to do is make sure they know how to use it, because like us, once you know how to use all the products, you fall in love with it. So $400 a month with new accounts for your friends gets you a free $100 of Young Living, which is a beautiful way to build up your stock of what you like, to try new products. I mean, that's just the way to go. I think we all did it. You did it, Erica, too, right? Just like, okay, now I have an ability to try a new supplement. Now I have an ability to taste the Pure Protein drink, because this is all free stuff that you're getting. So that's what's really, really beautiful about the Young Living Commission if you're thinking of sharing your product with your friends. So, yep. After a few months, the commissions go down. And by that point, if you're consistently sharing with your friends, you're hoping that they're going to share with their friends. And if that happens, it's not really a difficult thing. But what you want to get your $100 in product free each month is to have under you a few different friends with their friends buying $1,300 a month. I remember when I first heard that, I'm like, this is crazy. that I'm never going to have friends or people that are interested in Young Living to buy a $1,300 a month. It just sounds like an outrageous thing, but it's really only 13 friends in time that are purchasing $100 a month. $100 a month is what most everybody purchases because that gets you free shipping. So it's not really a big deal. It's a couple products, maybe a couple oils, maybe a couple supplements, maybe a supplement and makeup, maybe a cleaner and a pure protein drink or some kind of a food item. So this is how you get started. And it's just sharing with your friends. And like Erica was saying, we don't hunt our friends down. Someone tells you they're interested, great. Someone tells you they're not interested, great. But actually, my team is like 10 times what I ever thought it would be. When I was thinking about that $1,300, to me, it sounded so crazy and outrageous. Now my team, a year and a half later, is 10 times that amount. And it just happened. It just happened naturally. So this is what you want to think about. Just like Erica was telling you before, think about a product you really, really like. Think about a friend who has that need and share that product with them. If you want your product each month for free, then you want to get $400 from friends to get $100 commission. So do you think that's hard? Do you think you might have 4 friends who want $100 a month? I mean, that's just something to think about. I think it's pretty easy because that's what we found. Most people, when they find out it's free shipping at $100, are like, okay, let me just add one more product on there. But that is really, really how the whole thing starts, to get your product for free. And that's what we want to encourage all you guys to do. How do you do that? Well, here's the lowdown of how it's really technically possible. That you want to take 1 hour each week and have 1 class. So total in a month, if you have 20 friends that you're introducing Young Living to, then definitely you'll be getting your product for free that month. Just helping them with your little link and helping them to share the product. Here's something to think about. Would you want to do that? And would you want to encourage your friends to do that? Well, think about, where do you get your makeup from? Where do you get your skincare from? Where do you get your supplements from? Where do you get your oils from? Well, you want to get it from your store, because everyone who has an account on Young Living has their own personal store, because Young Living is giving you product back free for everyone who's on the subscription to Save, which is the monthly order. So you can share that with your friends too, once they open up an account. You can benefit yourself by purchasing from your store, or you can go benefit somebody else by purchasing at their store. You can go out and get your makeup somewhere else, and you can get your skincare somewhere else and your supplements somewhere else, but those people are benefiting, not you. So that's just another idea to show why, once somebody has an account with Young Living, it's really beautiful to purchase the items. And most everybody, like we said before, falls in love once they know that. So if you have an hour a week and you're thinking of a little side hustle, you want a little free product, this is what I want to put out to you there. Think about that. And we're here to help. If you want to plan a Zoom class, you don't have to teach the whole thing yourself. You can just give us a time and give us a day when your friends would be interested in coming, and we're happy to help you set it up. But those are the things that I wanted to go ahead and share with you, especially is that you need $400 in sales to get your product for free that month. And that would be 4 friends starting off with free shipping. So that's how the whole process works. So I'm sure you guys might have some questions. This is how you can get your free stuff. Feel free to go ahead and ask us, because that's basically what I had for you tonight. Any questions? Anybody thinking of possibly doing this, that we could help you out? Or Rochelle could help you out. She's listening in somewhere there. She's probably shopping. Well, we're happy to have you all here. Denise, did you have a question?
Well, not a question. I'm just kind of like, just testing out the oils now and kind of trying them out for myself before I can, really say too much about anything. I mean, I have some that I do like, but
Right.
I'll feel better, when I do that. Because I got a lot of oils, but now I'm just trying to make sense of it all. So,
Yeah, do you know how to use them? I mean, that's a continual process.
yeah, I do. Mostly I'm like diffusing and trying to like use the